Right now at 10, a stormy Friday. Our first warned weather team has what's coming and who's likely to see the most.
And a power outage in West Salem. Why is squirrels to blame for 3,700 people without electricity?
Plus, condemned by the city, a sudden stop to the Barnes & Noble at Valley View Mall.
You're watching WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. We'll start tonight with the weather. Our chief meteorologist Greg Barnhart is tracking rain and thunderstorms for your Friday. Let's get the details.
Yeah, we definitely have an active Friday, too. And although we will see rain in the morning, it's really the evening hour where it stands the best chance to see severe weather, and that includes damaging winds and hail. So right now, that's why the alert day is out for 8 to about midnight. It's mainly south of I-90 or along I-90, but everyone will see thunderstorms, and everyone could see some smaller hail, too, even further north to Eau Claire. But the severe stuff most likely will stay in that general direction. You can see the outlook, too. Slight risk, fairly unusual to see it in March. Marginal means you could see some hail size, marginal hail, but everyone will see thunderstorms, and once again, best risk is about 8 till about midnight, too. Overall, there's your low temperature. It's going to be quite mild tonight. Besides upper 30s further east, we'll have 40s, too. We do have a little bit of dense fog east of the area if you get to Marshfield, Wisconsin Rapids right now because of the wind changing, but everyone else will not see that. But once again, a mild start. Right now, all this shows you really is those green. That's just high clouds begin to push over across the area. We're still in the 40s overall. Mid-30s will just basically slowly climb. Now, precipitation, here's your first round that's going to be coming in, probably about 5 to 6 west of the river. It'll start spreading, but note who gets most of it in the morning. Most of it's probably like Black River Falls and south, so a very wet, moderate rain. It'll eventually kind of tail off a little bit towards 10, 11 a.m., kind of a dry afternoon. So later on, we'll kind of time out the next round, which is the severe round towards the evening hour, how much total rain we'll get, and when or how long the spring warmth will continue. That'll coming up a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, thank you, Greg. And a reminder, you can track weather on your block by downloading the First Warned Weather app. You can find it at the App Store or on Google Play.
Developing in La Crosse, city leaders are rejecting a $32,000 proposal to reconstruct City Hall's 6th floor. The Finance Personnel Committee voted 4-0 tonight against that project, which would have renovated the floor housing the mayor's office. A condemned sign is now up on the Barnes & Noble location at Valley View Mall. On Tuesday, it was closed due to a safety issue. It was reportedly tied to a leaky roof and water damage. Tonight, the store posting on Facebook saying they are eager to open back up and will announce a reopening date as soon as possible.
West Salem recovering after a power outage. According to Excel, it was caused by a squirrel coming into contact with a transformer. Over 3,700 customers lost power around 10 a.m. The outage also impacting schools, the district closing up for the day as a precaution. The outage also affecting businesses.
Oh yeah, the whole building went shut. We came outside and saw our neighbors, their power went out too. And one of the neighbors did say they saw a flash, so that's all we know about it.
The school district also canceled all Boys and Girls Club activities. Now to the Middle East, the war keeps expanding as evacuation flights ramp up. And we now know the cost of Operation Epic Fury.
The White House has spent $3.7 billion in the first 100 hours of the military campaign. That's over $890 million a day. The figures coming from the Center for Strategic and International Studies. CBS's Aaron Navarro has the latest from the Capitol.
Less than a minute for Israeli bombs to kill Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei, along with more than 40 senior figures Saturday. But according to people directly involved in the planning, the attack was 3 years in the making. And that top-secret Israeli plan sought to wipe out Iran's military capabilities, not regime change. The big question now, after 47 years of the Islamic Republic, who will next lead Iran? President Trump at first urging Iranians to rise up.
When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations.
Today, he said he wants to be involved in selecting the next leader. But this week's strikes limited the options.
Well, most of the people we had in mind are dead.
The Ayatollah's second eldest son, Mujtaba Khamenei, has emerged as a frontrunner, a possible worst-case scenario for the White House. Iran analyst Sanam Vakil.
He's a hardliner. He reflects regime continuity, and his name is reemerging really because people are thinking about preserving the state structure, preserving the Islamic Republic.
President Trump has also expressed doubts about Reza Pahlavi, the exiled son of Iran's last monarch, who is now positioning himself as an interim leader. Yesterday, hackers broadcast a message from Pahlavi on Iranian state TV, calling on military personnel to join civilians against the government.
Do you see the regime surviving this?
As of right now, yes, I do think the regime is going to survive, really, because history and evidence continues to demonstrate that regime change doesn't come from air campaigns on their own.
That original Israeli war plan called for an only 2-week-long campaign. Right now, Israeli officials tell me they're well ahead of schedule, having destroyed about 80% of Iran's missile capacity. You can see it is much quieter here in Tel Aviv tonight. The one question that nobody seems to be able to answer: what is the end game for the U.S. here? Matt Gutman, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
Stay with News 8 Now online and on air for continuing coverage of the U.S. attack on Iran.
A developing story out of the White House. Kristi Noem is out. The president firing her after the DHS secretary said Trump approved $220 million in ads featuring herself. Noem's credibility took a hit during the Minnesota ICE raids and reports of an affair with her aide, Corey Lewandowski. Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin will replace Noem.
I've got to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting the call today, but super excited. And I'm more excited about just ready to get started.
Noem is expected to take on a new role, special envoy for the Shield of the Americas.
Local small business owners are speaking out about the impact of tariffs. They met with La Crosse County Board Supervisor Kelly Leibold. Organizers say tariffs are hitting everything from food to hair products.
Across the border, everything was slowed down, everything was more expensive. Aside from the tariffs, the fees at all the Customs and Border Patrol clearance and processing fees have gone up.
Business owners from Sugar Mama and Omega Bakery were among those at the table.
Governor Tony Evers visiting La Crosse today. His visit highlighting efforts to ban partisan gerrymandering in Wisconsin. Evers met with election workers at City Hall. He's calling for a special session to pass a constitutional amendment. It'll ensure legislative maps drawn after the 2030 census remain fair.
End of the decade, they're going to have to redo the maps anyway. So we can't wait till then, and then all of a sudden whoever's in charge of the legislature then, the Democrats and the Republicans, are saying, well, how can we make this work for us? That's not the right position to take. We need to make sure that gerrymandering is against the law in Wisconsin.
The special session is set for April 14th.
Developing news in the sports world. Former Green Bay Packers president and CEO Bob Harlan died today at age 89 after being recently hospitalized with pneumonia. Harlan transformed the franchise during his tenure from 1989 to 2008, hiring general manager Ron Wolf and overseeing the team's Super Bowl 31 victory. He also led the $295 million redevelopment of Lambeau Field. Still to come, the La Crosse Area Chamber of Commerce honors local businesses and volunteers. Tonight's meeting that drew nearly 600 people to the La Crosse Center.
Plus, a record-breaking earthquake hits Louisiana. This unusual seismic event coming up.
Tomorrow morning, can't stop thinking about food. Our Hy-Vee dietitian is here to talk food noise and how to quiet it. And our severe forecast when we see you at 5 a.m.
Madness, madness, madness is going on now at Wesco and Sparta. This is not a drill. Get up to 30% off your new furniture. That's right, up to 30% off. Talk about a slam dunk. Stop waiting, stop wishing. Get that new sofa or sectional you've wanted for far too long. Gather the family around the brand new dining table and register to win a free recliner. This madness won't last forever. Don't miss out. It's happening right now only at Wesco and Sparta. Did we mention you could win a recliner?
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products you want and need at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Right now, during our spring workwear event, save $5 on men's key work pants, starting at $20.99. Earn $30 in Carhartt bucks when you spend $125 on Carhartt gear. And all men's work and sport boots are 25% off. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
La Crosse County officials say the need for more foster homes is critical. The shortage makes it difficult to keep foster kids close to home. When there's not room locally, kids are then sent to homes outside the county. It also makes it difficult to keep siblings together in the same home. A supervisor from the county's Families and Children section says this can impact their well-being.
Not only is it challenging when we have to remove them from their home, it then adds another layer when we have to separate them as siblings, because those are the people that they're growing up with.
Schrader says counties across the state are facing the same issue. Though anyone interested in becoming a foster parent can call the Family and Children section at 608-789-4834.
Well, nearly 600 people packed the La Crosse Center tonight for the Chamber of Commerce annual meeting. Chamber awards were given to local businesses and leaders. The Small Business of the Year award went to Rivoli Theater and Pizzeria, and the Emerging Business of the Year award went to Capella Weddings and Events.
It's really an evening for all of this, for people to come together, to network, to see old friends, to build new friendships and relationships, to just come together and celebrate everything that makes this region what it is.
Outstanding community leaders were also honored, including Anthony Binsfield with the Community Impact Award and Cassandra Douglas as Volunteer of the Year.
La Crosse students getting a hands-on look at where their food comes from. It's thanks to Western Technical College and the nonprofit GROW. They brought students into Western's greenhouse to learn more about growing food. This year alone, nearly 1,500 students have taken part.
We get to see all of the second graders, fourth graders, and seventh graders come in to visit the greenhouse and campus for hands-on learning that connects directly to their science curriculum.
That new partnership will last for 5 years.
Well, the results are in from the 2026 World Championship Cheese Contest. Westby Co-op Creamery took second in cultured dairy dips and third in 2% small curd cottage cheese. The U.S. did get 2 champions. Beecher's Handmade Cheese out of Seattle winning natural rinded cheddar, and Vermont's Jasper Hill Creamery is the ripened hard cheeses champ. You can see the full list at worldchampioncheese.org.
UWL and Viterbo University students teamed up for a special training event today. The 10th annual Impact program brought together more than 120 students from multiple health disciplines. This year's event focused on age-friendly health care for older adults.
I'm hoping, one, to understand from a patient's perspective what it looks like to have a big team come in and try to work with you, because I'm sure as a patient it's very intimidating. You have a new diagnosis, you have all these new medications you're supposed to be on, so it's very important for us as a team to kind of work together and come off as approachable throughout that.
Students worked in teams on simulated patient cases at both campuses.
UW-La Crosse held its Take an Eagle to Breakfast event this morning. The networking event connects students with local business professionals in the Bluffs Ballroom. Nearly a dozen businesses were in attendance, including Ultra, Quick Trip, and Citizens State Bank.
This really gives us the opportunity to get to know people, to know faces and names. And then when you see these people outside of this event, I can go, oh, hey, like, I met you at the Take an Eagle to Breakfast event, and they'll know me, they'll know them. I've met a lot of students here, too, not just professionals or faculty, so it's even given me some friends.
UWL alum and Quartz Health Solutions CEO Christine Senti delivered the keynote address.
An earthquake in northwest Louisiana early this morning is one for the record books. Its magnitude was 4.9 according to the U.S. Geological Survey. That's the most powerful ever on Louisiana soil, beating out a 4.2 in 1930. The quake does not appear to have caused any injuries or severe damage. We will have more news ahead.
But first,
quite an active Friday, too. We have morning rain, but then the attention turns to the evening where we could see some severe thunderstorms across the area. We'll time those out, show you how much rain we'll get and how long this spring warmth will continue. That coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We're starting the new year with our biggest sale of the year at Interior Designs Holman. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
Hannah had like a huge problem. This year, her style screamed back row, but her eyesight and her mother still said front. That's where her optometrist, Dr. Beth, came in, with glasses that worked for both. Shopco Optical. Hannah focused since 2026. People focused since 1978.
There's never been a better time to enjoy quality FlexSteel furniture than right now during the FlexSteel Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll save on sofas made in the latest styles, chairs in your choice of fabrics, sectionals designed to fit your space, even luxurious leather sofas and recliners. Every FlexSteel style is included a huge savings of up to 40% off. Unlimited choices, big sale prices, and special financing happening now during the FlexSteel Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Chocolate fundraiser. With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase.
Password 1, 2, 3, 4.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
I met my abuser when I was 10. He was my Sunday school teacher. At 18, I was pressured to marry him. Chris Taylor was the first person to stand up for me. She worked with both parties and with law enforcement to pass laws to protect survivors like me. Chris listened, and my abuser went to prison. On the Supreme Court, Judge Chris Taylor will continue to protect Wisconsin.
Judge Chris Taylor, protecting our rights, defending our freedoms.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Well, it definitely is March, so that means severe weather is a possibility. We get more of it as we go in April and May, but sometimes we can get some, and that's what we're going to see tomorrow. It's a very strong system, a lot of moisture with this, anomalous amount of moisture that's going to be coming with it too. Otherwise, we're looking at really Friday evening after 8 p.m. In fact, a lot of areas it may be after 9 p.m. to about midnight. We will get rain in the morning, and that could contain a little bit of small hail or some gusty winds, but this is the main threat, really. Heavy rainfall too. Rain rates could come down pretty high at this point. Most of the activity, the strongest stuff, will probably stay along and south of I-90, but areas further north could still get a little bit of small hail with the evening activity and some heavy rainfall overall. That is tomorrow's, actually flipped ahead with day 3, so ignore that. If we got a little closer view of it too right here, you can see really the case is still for the southern portions of our area, those counties that have the greatest risk for the severe potential too. Now, between that, I've outlined it 2 areas, one to the north. That is more where we could see a changeover of snow through Saturday morning. Not expecting accumulation, but I think you will see some snow for Eau Claire north to Rusk County. And this area down here is more highlighted where I'm a little bit more concerned. Given the snowpack is still there, it has dwindled quite a bit. But overall with that and the amount of rainfall, especially that's coming with it, that probably could be the greatest runoff risk, although a lot of creeks and streams, as I can name a few, the Trempealeau, the Black, the Kickapoo, even the upper Iowa one, particularly in northeast Iowa, are all subject to probably rise a little bit, maybe up to action stage. This is the amount of precipitation we could see. As you see, 2.5 potentially in these areas. It does really quickly decrease as you go further north to Eau Claire, maybe at least a ½ an inch, and then further north it's less likely to see a heavy amount of rainfall. But really I-90 further south, a good swath of 1 to 2 plus inches, and that's why there's concern for runoff. That's why you'll have some creeks rising throughout the night tomorrow all the way through the weekend. Now temperatures overnight still 40s, upper 30s, still quite mild for this time of year. Mid 30s you go further north, but cloud cover will be increased. Rain doesn't really hit until we get. Now tomorrow's highest temperatures really depends on where this warm front sits. You can see Upper 40s to the north to potentially mid-60s further to south to Prairie du Chien. So that warm front's going to be sitting there, so quite a spread of temperatures across the area. But once again, you have a warm front in the area, you would expect some of that. Now overall, as I mentioned, the precipitation really doesn't come in focus until we get to about 5 to 6 a.m. And if you notice this little line coming here, it's like a little bit of a thunderstorm line that really pushes northeast, but kind of falls apart as it gets here. But when you see this kind of indication like that, you might see a little bit of gusty winds initially as the precipitation starts. But overall, this is what we're expecting for the morning commute. You see a lot of rainfall, potentially moderate rainfall coming through the area. But most of this is south of Black River Falls or south of Eau Claire. They will see some precipitation, but likely not a lot until we get later in the afternoon. And even then, the afternoon time frame is a fairly quiet period. There will be a few showers here and there, but not much is going on until we get to really the evening hour. And that's where we see this line come right through here. Embedded thunderstorms too with that line, gusty winds, damaging winds, and hail. It'll get out of here by midnight. We will have another line come through maybe later, 2 to 3. And then there's your snow potential coming through for Eau Claire probably after 6 or 7 a.m. So a complex storm, but once again, the big thing is Friday evening activities. Keep that in mind with the hail and damaging winds coming through. Spring warmth continues through somewhat Monday, and then afterwards, the second half of next week, it's going to feel a lot more like early March with snowfall and colder temperatures too. So that's kind of when we flip the switch back to a little bit more wintry-like too.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, a moment to remember. Greg Gard reflects on a shot he'll never forget yesterday on senior night. Plus, teams across the state with hopes of securing a spot in the sectional final on Saturday. Jacob is next.
Orange Days have arrived at Ashley. This week only, get massive savings with Doorbuster starting at just $249 and pay 0% interest for 60 months with no money down. Plus, free white glove delivery. Orange Days at Ashley, March 3rd through 9th. It's deals, it's major, it's now.
Get the lowest prices of the year during sales fair at Nelson Agri Center, Friday, March 13th through Saturday, March 21st. Get huge savings on Milwaukee Power Tools. Stock up on paint with our buy one, get one specials. We'll have deals on fencing, gates, seeds, and more for your farm. Plus, get an $8 store credit towards already low prices with the junk battery trade-in sale. Thousands of items will be on sale at the lowest prices of the year at Nelson Agri Center, downtown Viroqua.
Better hearing is a better life.
The service at Better Hearing Center couldn't be better. I know I have called many times and they always say, well, come on in. The Audibel hearing aid that I have is remarkable. I don't have any feedback. I don't even know if I'm wearing them. I have to feel to make sure I put them on in the morning because they're so comfortable. I highly recommend Better Hearing Center.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
We're roasting 500,000 pounds of coffee a year, and we employ 85 people. But these tariffs are crushing us. And you're looking at $100,000 in tariffs right here. That's on top of all of our other supplies getting more expensive. We've had no choice but to raise prices. Congressman Derek Van Orden voted to support the tariffs, and he called them a success. It doesn't feel like success to me. All I see are higher prices. We need to tell Derek Van Orden, stop raising our costs.
This week only at Ashley's Orange Days. Get massive savings with Doorbuster starting at just $249 and get 25% off one item plus 20% off on the rest of your purchase. Or 0% interest for 60 months with no money down. Only at Ashley's Orange Days.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
A lot to get to tonight, so season's hanging in the balance on the girls' side. Who will be one step away from punching their ticket to the state tournament? Let's begin in Division 2. Central taking on the top team, Rice Lake. Opening moments, it's Ellie Opwan intercepting a pass and going coast to coast for the layup to make it a 2-point game for the Riverhawks. But the Warriors respond. Bree Barahona able to get the quick bucket off the inbound play to get the lead. Central trying to find a spark. Alana Simpson gets the layup to fall for 2. But on the other end, Adeline Shepley gets the bucket and the bruise for Rice Lake. Riverhawks cut it to 5 with under 2 minutes to go, but they fall 69-60 to the Warriors. A big one in Division III as the Aquinas girls were taking on unbeaten Wisconsin Dells. Chiefs up big at half, and they weren't slowing down in the second. Ashaya Hopkins in the corner. 3-ball is good. Dells up 21. Blue Gold's trying to fight back. Ava Fernholz drives, spins, and knocks down a mid-range jumper for 2. Then in transition, Sammy Davis through contact, bucket plus the foul. Blue Gold's getting some momentum. Then a little later, it's Fernholz over to Eva Willenbring. She'll nail a 3 from the top of the key. Aquinas would eventually pull within 14, but that is as close as the Blue Goals would get. Jaslyn Allwin would ice the game for the Chiefs. 3-point play of her own right there as Wisconsin Dells ends Aquinas' season 76-52, the final. In Division IV, the Luther Knights taking on Partyville over in Baraboo. Bulldogs come out of the cage ready to pounce. That's Bronte Holberg getting to the and 1 to drop. Knights not phased, though, as off the missed shot, Tessa Glade is going to glide in, get the board plus the bucket. Then Luther on the run, and the fast break is going to end with a Brinley Schmitz layup to cut into the deficit even more. But Partyville would stay composed and add on to their lead here with McKinley Becker hitting one from the parking lot as it's the Bulldogs putting an end to Luther's season 52-40, the final. In Division 5, Oliva Strum looking to keep their perfect record unblemished. Second half action here is Avery Spangberg going coast to coast and finishing with the tough layup to keep the commanding lead. A little later now, it's the Cardinals not able to get the bucket on the first attempt, but Brenley Bauer there for the putback and the foul. 6 left in this one, and check out this, folks. Hook pass to Clara Christ in the corner. She cans a 3-pointer to keep the foot on the gas, and the Cards are headed back to the sectional finals, taking this one 62-38 over Owen Withee.
It's amazing. It's really like a snowball for us. Like all these things that are happening, winning conference, winning regionals, and now this game, it's just adding more momentum to this next game and hopefully a state title.
All right, and finally, it's DeSoto and Indy Gill doing battle tonight from Arcadia and D5 action. Both teams from the jump showing why they belong, as here a Kylie Venner jumper gives her team an early lead. But a few minutes later, Arabelle Nisley working in the paint makes it a tie game as buckets would continue to be traded for the rest of the first half as the Pirates go into the locker room up 23-22. Then down by 4 in crunch time, Indy sophomore Rylan Shahan from downtown cuts the deficit to just 1. And moments later, Shahan stepping up again, this time for the lead as Indy Gill would ride that momentum the rest of the way, sinking the Pirates 47-40 as they advance to the sectional final on Saturday. And in case you missed it last night, at the tail end of the Badger game against Maryland, one of the moments of the year happened in the waning seconds. On senior night, Greg Gard's son, Isaac, playing in his final game at the Kohl Center, and he splashes a 3 from way downtown to send the crowd into a frenzy. And then seconds later, he gets subbed out and receives a standing ovation and a hug from Dad on the sideline. It's a moment that's been years in the making, says Greg.
He literally grew up in this gym. Before he could walk, he sat in the car seat during practice, and he started crying. Bo would yell at me to get him to quiet down over there. And then as soon as he could walk, man, he's running around with the ball. He knows every player from 2003 he was born. So shortly after that, he knew the roster before he knew the alphabet. So he's lived it.
Here it comes. Such an awesome moment there, and some good news on the injury front today. After taking a tumble in the second half, it's been deemed that Nolan Winter sustained a lower body injury and is day-to-day per a Wisconsin spokesperson. He's averaging 13.3 points and 8.6 rebounds per game. That's sports. More news coming up on the way next.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Start your garden off right with quality seeds from Burpee. Choose from over 400 varieties of flowers, vegetables, and herbs. Right now, all Burpee seed packets are on sale, plus an 11% rebate. Upgrade your recessed lighting with energy-efficient LED technology using Fight Electric retrofit lights. They have a full range of selectable white color temperatures, allowing you to choose the perfect one. Now a value of $5.95 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards. Welcome to Black River Furniture and Cabin Outlet. Shop our huge selection of upholstery by Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Furnishings. Sleep better with our selection of double-sided, hybrid, or all-foam mattresses, adjustable bases, and bedroom sets available. Set your dining room up with a new table, chairs, bar stools, or counter height available. Throw down a rug to complete any room, scatters, 5x8s, 8x10s, and more. No gimmicks, no corporate hassles. Open 7 days a week. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
It's Hy-Vee's 3-day meat sale, Friday through Sunday. Fresh ground beef, just $4.88 for a 1-pound roll. Whole boneless pork loin, $1.98 a pound. Jimmy Dean bacon, just $2.99. Our special recipe brats, 8 for $10. Pork chops, 3 for $5. Plus, save on marinated chicken breasts and more. Friday through Sunday. And every day, you'll find the same low prices online as in store. Only at Hy-Vee.
Another day. Same pain, same meds, same struggling for symptom relief. Injections like Humira and Enbrel work similarly to treat moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. But if your symptoms haven't improved enough, Rinvoq works differently. It's a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve RA and PSA joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, as fast as 2 weeks for some. Even after 3 years, many people felt this relief. In PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin noticeably clearer.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Do something different. Ask your doctor if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
A Missouri claw machine is gaining quite the reputation for snagging more than just prizes.
Yeah, parents say 3-year-old Patrick slipped away and climbed inside the contraption in search of prizes. The boy climbed inside to get a ball and even posed for pictures when he was inside. His dad was eventually able to coax him out.
And if it sounds familiar, that's because firefighters had to rescue another 2-year-old from that same machine just weeks earlier. Now Webster Grove firefighters have made a special toolkit in case of future claw machine rescues.
That's just wild to me. They're just small enough to get in. I don't even know how they do it.
I mean, the dispense after you get a toy is, I guess, large enough for a 3-year-old child to try and get in there, but don't let your kid go in there.
I just feel like I
on.
would never be curious enough to like climb inside, that curious enough for a ball at least, but it must have been a really cool ball.
I guess so.
I don't know. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Enjoy Monday's 3-2-1 special. $3 off pizza, $2 off pasta, and $1 off our mouth-watering burgers. Plus $6 house margaritas. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Improve your home, improve your life. More choices, lower prices. The 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show only at the Board Store. Enjoy factory direct pricing on Provia replacement windows and doors installed by the region's only Provia certified installer. For 36 years, the Board Store has made superior quality replacement windows and doors affordable to homeowners like you. You deserve the best, and our 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show is a great time to get started. Visit our showroom, call, or meet us online.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. And now that we've combined networks, T-Mobile covers more places than ever before. America's best network just got bigger. Join now and your plan price is guaranteed for 5 years. T-Mobile and US Cellular, better together.
Freedom is the ability to choose the path that makes you happy. When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram or a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Stop in now to get a brand new Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, or Chrysler. Whether it's for work or play, we've got the vehicle for you. We have a wide selection of every model. Nothing beats getting in the driver's seat. So stop in today. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
When is Westby Creamery cottage cheese more than cottage cheese? When you turn it into a rich, creamy, high-protein frozen treat or irresistible high-protein donut hole bites. When is Westby Creamery French onion dip for more than potato chips? When it becomes not grandma's potato salad or flaky, savory French onion puff pastry rolls. There are so many fresh ideas waiting for your next get-together or those days you just need something quick and easy. For more recipes and inspiration, visit westbycreamery.com and click on the Recipes tab.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Enjoy Monday's 3-2-1 special. $3 off pizza, $2 off pasta, and $1 off our mouth-watering burgers. Plus $6 house margaritas. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Well, we'll definitely have some morning rain, especially south of I-90. It could be a wet commute, but otherwise that severe threat really gears up for 8 p.m. to midnight. All threats are possible, especially heavy rainfall. Highest threat is south of I-90. It does get cooler for Saturday, but the spring warmth is here through Monday, and then things do change after that.
All right, that'll do it for us tonight at 10.
We'll see you tomorrow.